it's Nicole, and I thought I'd do a book haul. I looked on my channel and I hadn't done a book haul in over 3 months, so I thought I'd just show you the books that I've acquired. And I have to say, most of these Book Outlet had a huge sale, so I had purchased some books from that. And most of the books, I don't know what they're about. Either I heard someone talk about it, or when I read the summary, it looked interesting, and I love to read. So I just, all these, the ones that have a little dot, it means they're from Book Outlet. It was probably like $3 or $4 each. So this first one is from Alexander Yates, and it's The Winter Palace. To me, this looks like a contemporary. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. That's just what it looks like to me. It might be fantasy. I don't know. It just looked good. And then I think this is historical fiction, I think. It's The Irish Princess. It was more, I think it was on the adult side, not the young adult. And it's by Karen Harper. And I have no idea what it's about. I just love the cover. A lot of these were cover buys. And this one is After the Woods by Kim Savage. And that looks like some kind of, I don't know, crime solving thing. So it looked good. These three are a series or a trilogy, and I don't even know which order that they come in. They were just all there on Book Outlet, and I just grabbed them. They're by Liza Raven, and like I said, I don't know which one's first, second, and third. I'll just look on the, on Goodreads, and it'll tell me. But it's Bad Romeo, Broken Juliet, and Wicked Heart. And I don't know if there's more books than this, but they had those three, so I grabbed them. Then this is another series or trilogy, but they didn't have everything. They had those two, and I don't know if it's book 2 and 3 or 1 and 2. I know there was one missing. I think it was book 3. I think this is book 1, book 2, and book 3, and it's by Jenna Burtonshaw. And it just looked, I don't know, it looks so good. And when I read this summary before I bought it, it looked really good. And they had 2 out of the, I think it's a trilogy, but they had 2 of the books, and really cheap again, like $3 each, $4 each. So I got those. And then these are all from Book Outlet. Then this is by Carrie Ryan, Daughter of Deep Silence. And again, either I heard someone talk about it, or it was just really cheap. Like I said, they had a huge sale. And this, I've been wanting to read that forever. It's by Charlotte Bronte, and it's Jane Eyre. And again, it was super cheap, so I got that version. And I've heard a few people talk about this book. It's by David Arnold. It's Mosquitoland, and again, this was at Book Outlet, super cheap. And so I got it. Don't know what it's about. A lot of these books, I'd rather not know what it's about. I just go in, then I have no expectation, and I can make my own opinion about it. And this is another series, and again, I went on all these books I got like in October or something like that. And they had all 3 of the series, or in the trilogy, and it's by Elizabeth Richards, and it's Phoenix, Wings, and Black City. And I think this might be the first one. I wish they would put 1, 2, and 3, but I mean, it's easy to tell. You just go on Goodreads and you know which one's first, second, or third. But I just went on, and they had, I think I had seen that one. It cover by, again, intrigued me. And then I went to look further, and then I saw that they had the other 2 books, so I just bought the trilogy. And then this, I heard a few people talk about it. It's by Erin Bow, The Scorpion Rules. And I just know that they said that they thought it was good, so I got it. I read on my Kindle, but I still like the physical book better, but I read both on my Kindle and physical books. And a lot of times you can get the book cheaper than you can on the Kindle book. But anyway, so this is Paula Braxton, The Winter Witch. And it was just, again, this was a cover and title buy. So I really like that. And this is the second book in the Silver Trilogy. The first one was Dream a Little Dream. And this one is Dream On, so by Kirsten Gear. And they had it for super cheap, so I decided to get it. Then this is a trilogy. And again, I looked, and I think they were $2 a piece. Like I said, they had this huge sale. And so these were $2 a piece. I couldn't believe it. And by Melissa de la Cruz and Michael Johnston. So you have Frozen. See, I like that. Book 1. Then Stolen, or Heart of Dread, Stolen. That's the name of the series, I think. Heart of Dread, yeah. And then the third one is Golden. So like I said, $2 a piece. So super cheap. And they're not too big. So I probably fly read. And I like to, I'd rather read a series that everything's all published already. And then I can just read through them. Now, these are, the rest of them, I believe, are, no, I got another one here. I was going to say the rest of them are from chapters because they're all new releases. This one is from Jessie Burton, The Miniaturist. Again, I don't know anything about it. I just saw a few people talk about it. So, and it was like $5, I think. It was really cheap when I got it. Now, a few of the ones now are new releases. Well, 2016. This is Three Dark Crown by Kendara Blake. It's about 3 sisters, and they have to fight each other to become till death. So one of them survives and becomes the queen. So this is, I believe, a trilogy. So I got the first book. And then this is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I've heard a few people rave about it. And I got the UK edition. And when I went to look, it was on sale and it was free shipping. So it was, and it was Canadian money. Like it was no, I didn't have to pay the difference. So that was awesome. Then this is a January release. It's called Ever the Hunted by Aaron Summerall. And this is a fantasy book, brand new release. Can't wait to read that. And this is another January release, and it's Spindle by E.K. Johnston. And a lot of times I just pre-order stuff, and when it comes, you know, when it's available, then they just send it to me. But I love that. This is a 2016 release by Tahara Mafi, Furthermore. And I just read her series, Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, and I really liked her books. So I decided to get this one, which is a middle grade. Then this one, I just got it in yesterday. It's a fairy tale retelling. I think it's The Labyrinth, which I can't say for sure that I know which one that is, but I just love the cover, and I just love that this was a retelling, and it's called Winter Song by S.J. Jones. So I was so excited when it came in yesterday. My list for the year is just about done of the books that I want to read. So I'm going to have to try and sneak a few new releases in there. This one here is by A.G. Howard. It's called Roseblood. It's retelling of Phantom of the Opera. And all the writing is in red. That looks so interesting. And this one here, I was anticipating this book so much. It's Caraval. This was a January release by Stephanie Garber. Or was it February? No, I think it's January release. I've had it for a couple weeks, I think. But I had pre-ordered it, so now it's in. And these two are January release. This is Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. I know there's quite a bit of talk about this book, but I like to make my own opinion. So I got the book and I can't wait to read it. Then this is the second book of the Passenger duology by Alexandra Bracken, Wayfarer. And so I got that. That was a January release. Then the rest is just cheap books that I got at Chapters. I went to the store and I went into the sales section. Now, because I read My Lady Jane in December, I believe. I am totally hooked on that era, and I want to read everything about it. So this here is The Unfaithful Queen by Carolee Erickson, a novel of Henry VIII's fifth wife. So I wanted to read that. And another thing that I got, because of my Lady Jane, I bought, this is not a book, but I bought the complete series of The Tudors because I want to watch it, because that book just really intrigued me. So now I want to watch that. Now this is a new release, and I just got it at Chapters. It's An Inheritance of Ashes by Lee Bobet. And again, cover by. Just love the cover. And it looked fantasy-ish. And so that was enough for me. This one was for $3 from Hannah Kent, Burial Rights, Peruse Project. Reagan from Peruse Project talked about this book quite a few times. So for $3, I thought I'd read it. And then the last book, so altogether there was 35 books. The last book is A Night Film by Marissa Pessel. Is it Marissa? Marisha Pessel. And this is a crime-solving novel. So that is it. That is all the books that I've gotten since about September. So now all the books, I'm not buying any more books from book outlets. The only books that I've been buying lately is the books that I really want, like, you know, either a beginning of a series or a book that's really talked about, or books that I really, really, you know, want to have, and then I'll probably want to reread at some point. So that's it. That completes my book haul. So thanks for watching. Bye.